Back to that breaking news, ICE activity at a factory in Kings Mountain.
In the last hour, we learned agents were serving a warrant at Buckeye Fire Equipment. It's on Kings Road. We just got an update from ICE. Let's listen in.
So today, Homeland Security investigations, along with their state, federal, and local law enforcement partners, conducted a federal search warrant here at Buckeye Fire Equipment in Kings Mountain. The search warrant was related to allegations of identity theft and possible other federal crimes.
How many people were arrested at the time?
So the investigation and search warrant are still ongoing. There have been some folks detained. We're somewhere in the dozen or so range, but that number may increase as we continue.
About a dozen detained, you said?
They're about 17 or 16 or something like that.
Of that dozen, do you know how many were arrested in relationship to the warrant and how many were picked up because of other?
It's still been sorted out, but they've been detained. They're still on site, and we're processing and getting to the bottom of things.
Can you talk to me about the allegation, because it sounds like the company itself may have been involved in the ID theft. What can you tell us about the allegations? Right.
So again, they're allegations, so I don't want to get ahead of the investigation or any litigation, but I can tell you that it's related to identity theft. So potentially they could use stolen or incorrect identities to employ people who aren't allowed to be employed, potentially.
Will anybody with the company face charges?
It's yet to be determined. It's still early in the investigation. We'll see.
And are people still inside?
Yes, there are still workers being interviewed, questioned, processed.
And can you talk on the aggravated ID theft? That was what the warrant was for, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And explain a little bit about, you were trying to explain it, but we heard lots of noise over there. Can you explain what that potentially means?
Sure. So potentially, like, these are allegations that the employer or somebody in their charge used fraudulent documents or incorrect documents to allow people who aren't authorized to work in this country to work.
Have some of the employees been allowed to leave? We saw some people coming out. Have they been allowed to leave?
Yes. A lot of employees have gone through the screening process and are, headed home or wherever they're going.
Can you talk to us about our screening process? We know that some people came out blue armbands, and those individuals are U.S. citizens. What happened to the people who don't come out with blue band? Are there folks who without blue band armbands that are coming out?
There are all types of people coming and going. It's just too early to really state if blue means U.S. citizen or whatever. That's internal stuff. But I'll just tell you that lots of people have left. There are some still being...
You are watching a press conference given by Homeland Security officials just a few moments ago in Gaston County. This is at Buckeye Fire Equipment on Kings Road. We're told a search warrant related to identity theft and possible other federal crimes was taking place there. Dozen or so people being detained. The quote there from Lindsay Williams with Homeland Security: potentially they could use stolen or incorrect IDs to employ people who shouldn't be employed.
And you could hear our Ken Lemon there asking questions. Let's get back out to him right now, Ken.
Yeah, and so as this press conference was going on right over here, just behind me, I want you to see what's happening here. Some of these are family members of some of the employees here, some of those Spanish speaking, and they're screaming, release our families, release our families. This is their concern. I want to take you to a picture that was captured inside and shared with us from an individual who worked there, of one person being arrested there today. At about 1 o'clock, we know that ICE, along with Homeland Security and local officials, went in to execute that warrant. As you heard, about 17 people arrested, yet to determine how many of those people were part of the initial warrant process and how many of those other people were arrested because they were there and were here possibly illegally at this time. We do know that some of the people that we talked to here say their family members were just here trying to make a living, trying to support individuals. They're worried about this. And one woman told me this is not fair.
It's not fair to the families, the Hispanic community, their children, our country. There is honestly no freedom if this is what you call freedom, because this is not what the United States should be about.
And again, these individuals did not get the opportunity to hear what ICE told us just a few minutes ago. They are, however, worried about what happens. One, siblings, 16 and 18-year-old, says our mother's from Mexico. We were born in Iowa. She is the only caregiver we have. One saying she should have taken me to volleyball tonight. Now we don't know if she's coming home. We're waiting to find out exactly what happened here and get more information. And as we get it, we'll bring it to you. For now, we're live in Kings Mountain. I'm Ken Lemon, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.